A community garden on Clover Park Technical College's campus will enhance the lives of all those involved and provide necessary nutrition for those in need. Community gardens provide the essentials in a diet that many college students are unable to provide for themselves, along with a learning experience that can be taught for generations to come. After you follow these instructions, you will feel confident in implementing a community garden of your own and gathering interest for volunteers. First, you need to determine what type of garden would be most beneficial to your needs. For our purposes here today, we will be instructing you on how to start a fruit and vegetable garden. You will need to start a committee of at least 6 people who are dedicated to working with your garden. The individuals in this group will need to be able to dedicate the time required for the promotion, advertising, fundraising, maintenance, and research association with the day-to-day operations of the community garden. Next, you will need to contact the president of Clover Park Technical College and the director of ASD for their help in acquiring the proper permits and designate the land area to create the garden in. The next step will be to set up a fundraiser committee that includes some members of the original committee. Start a fundraiser to collect donations while raising awareness for the new service being offered to students on campus. Contact established organizations that help out and support the start of community gardens, such as Harvest Pierce County. Harvest Pierce County is able to provide support in ways of seeds, starts, and soil, as well as volunteer support. They can also provide information about recommended building materials and supplies. Now you will need to start preparing the piece of land to be able to plant your garden by cleaning the area of all grass and debris if there is any. Put nutrient-rich soil down to help ensure healthy growth of your fruits and vegetables. After cleaning out the land and making sure the soil is good to plant, organize how you want to section out the garden and where certain vegetables and fruits will be grown. Spacing recommendations can be found by doing a simple search online. Harvest Pierce County can also guide you through this process. Make sure you leave a portion of the garden for children of students to plant and grow food. This helps them to feel like they are part of something while their parents volunteer to help out the garden. You will need to designate site leaders for each section of the garden. The site leaders may be people on the committee or other volunteers ready to commit their time. They will be responsible for training new volunteers in maintenance of this part of the community garden. Written guidelines and responsibilities will need to be established so each committee member and volunteer are clear on what is expected of them and what goes on into volunteering. You should establish a volunteer packet and timesheet to track volunteers' hours and volunteers. Harvest Pierce County is available as a resource for recruiting, training, and mediating volunteers. You should express appreciation to your volunteers and thank you certificates to let them know their help is greatly appreciated. A clear, concise mission statement will help others to understand your vision for your community gardens. Harvest Pierce County is again available as a resource for you to clearly identify your goals for the community garden. You will need to designate a point of contact for volunteers. Establish an email account for communication and be sure it is accessible. Establishing a Facebook page and advertising on Clover Park's website will increase exposure of your garden and how to contact someone to begin volunteering. The last but most important step is to begin planting the seeds and start. With volunteers and members of the committee, and watch all your hard work blossom into something beautiful that will help your fellow students in need. You will see how the community at CPTC comes together to support one another as friends and as one big family, the way it should be established in a strong community based on the college campus. Through these instructions, you can create a community garden to help those suffering from food insecurities, at the same time teach life lessons, family building, emotional growth, and strength. Everyone involved in this community garden will be able to watch the hard work grow into something beautiful that will benefit all members of our community.